Chris Moyles. Hero of comedy, David Baddiel. And their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, presenting ace, June Sarpong. Joker in the pack, McIntyre. And their team captain, Jason Manford. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, after school, 33% of teenagers go back to an empty house? Break a window, steal a DVD player and then go home. The longest time spent in space is 803 days, and that's a record set by the moon. And 1 in 3 Scottish girls is clinically obese, as are the other 2. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason, June, Michael, what have the nation been talking about this week?
We reckon it's Canoe Man. And they keep calling him Canoe Man. He went out in a canoe 5 years ago, once. Do you know what I mean? Why is he Canoe Man? I went on a donkey ride in 1986. No one calls me Donkey Man, do they?
They call me Donkey Man. It's a joke thing, I've got a tiny cock.
He pretended to die in a canoe.
He went away on the canoe and then he came back and he moved in next door.
Did he actually move in next door? I didn't know that.
Same house.
Did that mean that his sons and stuff were saying things like, you know, now he's gone... I seem to see Dad's face everywhere I look. Yeah, he's in the garden.
There was a great bit in the papers that kept saying, not only has he got a new passport, but he joined the local library. That's the ultimate deception. Like, he's taking a book out and he's going, I'm not even going to read it. I'm crazy.
I can't see what all the fuss is about.
What about
no one's died, have they? No. No one's died. What's all this fuss?
He's the most famous person to fake his own death since Baddiel, right? And I think... Oh, yeah, we think he's dead, but the greatest trick he ever pulled was making us believe that he didn't exist, old Baddiel. You wait till a Royal Variety performance, that's all I'm telling you. A little clue for you there. So even now, if I put a conservatory up and a bearded man from the council comes round to tell me to take it down, I have a little look at his hands, make sure they're the same size. Just have a check.
Should we look and see if it's up there? This is the story of canoe man John Darwin's wife. John Darwin faked his own death and lived happily for 5 years until he made the tragic mistake of steering a canoe up shit creek and then losing his paddle. Sean, David, Chris, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it about Ronnie Wood shagging a 19-year-old Russian? Someone has got to tell the Rolling Stones that they are no longer sexually attractive men, I think, because they look like cigarette butts with bad hair now, basically.
I think Ronnie Wood, he looks quite interesting. He looks like a blow-dried crow. Someone's got a crow and given it a hairdo.
I feel sorry for his wife, because she's been with him for a long time and she said that she's now going to divorce him. And I think that if she's looking for someone younger, I'm available. I'm everything that he's not, and she's going to be loaded when that divorce comes through.
He's a recovering alcoholic, but he's actually got a pub, yeah,
I think he thinks the 12-step programme is the walk down the path to his pub.
I just thought that's like trying to lose weight, but you've got a Greggs in your basement. I was going to say that wasn't the only celebrity breakup this week. There was Lembit Oakpick and the Cheeky Girl, who have also separated this week.
Have you seen the mother with the girls? Basically, what's happened is Marguerite, the mother, she's got these 2 little girls and she has quite obviously plotted their entire life so they will seduce Liberal Democrats and they will have a career. She's much like the mother from Carrie. She's coming in the night with candles. Wake up, Gabriella. You must awake. What is it, mother? It is over. You must get rid of Lembit. But I love him and I love his policies. It is over. You must go for leader now, Nick Clegg.
Let's see if it's up there. Yes, Ronnie Wood has dumped his wife for a 19-year-old Russian model. In his defence, she is a 19-year-old Russian model. Jason, June, Michael, what else have the nation been talking about?
I think we quite like the fact that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have joined the Twins Club.
I think that's going to be the top story.
Well, of course, the first rule of Twins Club is You're not allowed to talk about Twins Club. So...
You know what the second rule of Twins Club is?
Stop putting them in the same fucking clothes. They look ridiculous.
I just feel really sorry for Jennifer Aniston.
You feel sorry for Jennifer Aniston?
I'm sure every woman in this room feels the same. I just feel... It just gets worse. It's never ending.
She got to have a go on Brad Pitt. That's something, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but then
You got the memories.
Baby was early, and I just had a baby. I don't want to focus on me too much, but...
Yeah.
You've got your figure back.
That baby was late, so we had to induce it naturally, and I had no idea that there are ways to do this. Did you know about this?
Put a rusk outside of Fanny, like that, and it just sort of comes out, is it?
I had to read up a bit about this sort of celebrity thing, and they're called... You know this thing where they're couples and they join them up to create one name? But they're called Brangelina.
Yes.
And it's this sort of habit. There's a few other ones. And I think it's quite interesting, because, you know, if they didn't do that with... If they'd done that with Tony Blair and Cherie Blair, they'd be called Tory. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And if Peter Andre went out with Dido, they'd be called Pedo.
I tell you, it's Jennifer Aniston I feel sorry for.
Yeah.
I'm with you, June, and the sisters.
Why do you feel sorry for Jennifer?
I don't, I'm taking the piss.
I read somewhere that Brad Pitt, he said, oh, I'm delighted, and I thought, the best-looking woman in the world. He's the best-looking bloke in the world.
Yeah.
Now, surely...
That's why I feel sorry for Jennifer
No, but when
Aniston.
two good-looking people together, maybe the babies are proper ugly. You know what I mean? Maybe it gets to a point where they're so beautiful,
Yeah, I've
the
seen
baby
your parents.
has to be ugly, yeah.
Beautiful, aren't they? His dad is beautiful.
Is he?
Yeah. He's gorgeous. He turned me, your dad. He's so gorgeous. And look what happened, Jason.
Well, he got smacked on the head by a rusk when he was born.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look and see whether Angelina Jolie is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, Angelina Jolie has given birth to twins. Brad Pitt is said to be over the moon, elated and walking on air. He's fucked Angelina Jolie. The only chance I have of cuddling Angelina Jolie is if I black up and check myself into a Mozambique orphanage. So well done, June, you got that top story. OK, Sean, your team to guess. What else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the Dwayne Chambers, the drug cheat, whether he's allowed to run in the Olympics? He was caught using performance-enhancing drugs, and he served his time, but the British Olympic Association won't let him run in the Olympics.
I don't think he's done anything that bad. It's not like he tried to light...
He's cheated, but...
Yeah, but he didn't try and light a crack pipe off the Olympic torch, isn't it?
Well, what he's saying banning him from the Olympics is a restriction of his trade as a sprinter. And to be fair, there isn't any other jobs he can do as a 100-metre, sprinter. I mean, a courier, maybe, he'd be pretty good at that. Or I was thinking, like, working for a company that can't afford internal email system.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he could just go, take that, Dwayne. There's cakes on Marjorie's desk.
Or, someone who hasn't got a very good eyesight, right, and they're out having a picnic, he could work with them. They say, what's that in the distance? And they go, I can't quite see it. And he goes, don't worry. Runs off, brings it back, brings it a bit closer. They go, oh, it's a tree stump. It's called a distance shrinker.
Yeah.
I don't understand, because the whole point of the 100 metres is you're running fast, so why do they have to all this with the take photos of when they finish and stuff? Why don't they just put the middles at the end and just put them on a table and then start, and then whoever gets the gold is the winner?
You've just made the Olympics better.
I think at the end of the 100 metres, it should just be a sheer drop. And actually, the skill is stopping. Not
yeah, because that would be the running exactly 100 metres.
That would be amazing.
That would not be 10 seconds.
No, they're doing 100. They're doing 100 and a bit at the moment. 100, bang on, or you're dead.
And also...
How about that?
Walking's still an Olympic sport, because when I was a kid walking with a sport, and I never understood that because I've never seen anyone walk like in professional walking in real life.
Well, people fundamentally don't want to run, don't they? If you're crossing the road and you're walking and you think the car might hit you, you don't run to save your life, you just hurry up a little bit, don't you?
Don't make a fool.
You just hurry up, yes, because you want to just miss. Oh, you see, I knew I had that under control. So you don't... Because what you should do is realise the car would kill you, you must set off as fast as you can to save your life and go, I'm alive! But you don't, you just go, whoop, just missed, OK.
That's totally true.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's have a look and see whether Dwayne Chambers is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, he is. This is the story of Dwayne Chambers trying to overturn an Olympic ban. The side effects of steroids include sudden bursts of anger and shrunken genitals. Damn my tiny balls! OK, one more to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it Margaret Thatcher having a state funeral? Apparently.
What do you think? Should she get a state funeral?
I don't think it matters whether she has a state funeral. As long as the bitch is dead, that's the main thing. I'd like them to fire her out of a cannon, right, onto the walls of Buckingham Palace so she just splats like that. You know, that's what I'd like her to do.
Is she going to lie there for 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, she'll lie there for 3, 4 days even, yeah. Depends how many people want to see her.
I like the idea that there would be.
A permanent thing.
But there would be this she lied state, people go past, and, like, you know, every 50th person goes, woohoo! And then it's really quiet and respectful. Yeehaw! Oh, yeah!
It's just you going round and round and round. I never met Margaret Thatcher. I've never been lucky enough to meet her, but when I was at school, I was at the age of primary school when we used to get free milk, and then free milk stopped, and I was about 6, 7, and I remember asking why would I get free milk anymore, and my mate at school said Margaret Thatcher stopped it, and I genuinely believed that was the name of a girl in another class.
David, have you ever met Margaret Thatcher?
No.
Sean, you ever met her?
Yeah, I've had an affair with her. Love her. It's not to do the political thing. She broke my heart.
I have.
You've met...
I've met her twice.
Is she on T4?
She's on T4. One of my friends went to a dinner at her house, and apparently she said, oh, we have to wait for Dennis, we have to wait for Dennis. And no one could actually tell her, well, you know, Dennis kind of isn't around anymore. They're all eating dinner. So then she taps him on his knee and she says, don't worry, I've remembered. Meaning she remembered he was dead.
That's possibly the most depressing story I've ever heard in my life.
The reason it's funny is because it's Margaret Thatcher. Anything sad that happens to her is funny. She gets a fork in her eye, it's funny.
Let's see if Thatcher's funeral is up there. Yes, this is the story that Margaret Thatcher is to have a state funeral. Thatcher is going to be buried at the bottom of a man-made lake. Well, she will be once we finish pissing on her grave. At the end of that round, Sean's team have 3 points, Jason's team have 2 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. All right, Sean's team, you want to go first? What do you like the look of?
Chris, do you want to do your pick?
Go on, then. Me. By the way, I'm the one without the crown of thorns.
OK, 32% of Brits would like to watch Chris Moyles.
Kill.
No, of course not. If it was that, we'd eat. You'd have to be hungry.
I'd rather be fat, Chris.
32% of Brits would like to watch Chris Moyles.
Kiss.
It's not kiss.
God.
Listen to Chris Moyles.
Only 32. Say something nice.
It involves getting into your personal space.
Oh, OK. 32% of Brits would like to...
Climb in your mouth.
Plenty of room there.
Yeah, it's all personal space, isn't it?
Move in with.
That's exactly the right answer.
Hooray!
Yes, 32% of Brits would like to share a flat with Chris Moyles. Chris has been censored in the past by broadcasting watchdogs for the inappropriate use of the word gay. What a bunch of benders. Jason, what do you like the look of?
Let's go Wilder Ogden from that documentary, Coronation Street.
63% of northern women have what?
A pie fetish. They like a bloke to dress up like a pie and come in, hello. And it's different each night. I'm cheese and onion.
What about rollers?
Rollers? Curlers?
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
It's Jennifer Aniston, I'd feel sorry.
But the thing is...
Is it rickets?
Have you been to the north? It's all right these days.
It's all right, you know. We've got quite a similar climate and everything.
Hairy balls. Can I just say, this is very racist against northern women. At the moment.
You called them
said they had hairy balls
a second ago.
That's a fact.
OK, what do you think?
63% of northern women have...
Untangled a mystery.
on Sunday night on
An absolutely
ITV.
fiendish mystery. Most of the top detectives are northern women. That's a fact. It's another fact.
I'll give you a clue. Something Fern Britton has probably done.
Eaten far too much food.
It's a very specific foodstuff, and it's in one sitting.
Lard. Right. Have it to lard.
63% of northern women have eaten a whole packet of Jaffa cakes and they don't give a shit.
No!
I'll give you that. Close enough. 63% of northern women have eaten an entire packet of biscuits in one go. Well, you've got to finish the pack before you get to the checkout, and we have to pay for them. OK, so at the end of that round, Sean, Chris and David have 4 points. Jason, June and Michael have 3 points. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I'll give panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is tell me whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip.
You are what you eat.
One of the easiest ways of increasing our fibre is to switch to wholemeal bread. All kinds of people are doing it.
That's what Greg the Baker looks like. Yeah. And also explains how I got that yeast infection. That was You Are What You Eat in 1986. Here's your question. 85% of women say cooking is the most important skill they look for in a partner.
I think you've missed out the word obese before women.
If you're watching this and you're obese, put that down, fatty. Jimmy Carr, what do you think?
Absolute rubbish.
What do you look for in a partner?
I don't know many women that say, oh, he's really good at cooking.
Maybe you misheard him.
What do you look for in a man?
Fat face. Even fatter face, you know.
This statistic is a little bit weird because a lot of McDonald's staff are single. At no point does a woman go, oh, you've got 5 stars. Let me take my knickers off. You know what I mean? What, you're on the fryer? Have a touch of these.
I didn't know that women look for skill. Continence is a skill, isn't it? I'm teaching my 3-year-old how to be continent.
Continent.
Isn't that it?
Yeah. No, continent, yeah, that's a word, yeah.
Here in the village, Michael, we call it potty training. Down here, I mean, up in the castle, you might call it that, but down here in the village, call it potty training, then we let everyone know. I mean, normally they always go, I like someone with a good sense of humour, don't they? And it'd be good if you could combine the two, cooking and a good sense of humour.
Yeah. The chef from the Muppets.
Yeah.
OK, so 85% of women say cooking is the most important skill they look for in a partner. What are you going to go with?
It's false. It's absolutely false.
Absolutely
it's a nonsense.
false.
Are you saying true or false? Chris Moyles, what do you think? True or false?
It's false.
False.
OK, you're going false?
Yeah.
Right. I can tell you the answer is...
I haven't answered yet, and I'm team captain.
All right.
Sometimes I take my role as a captain very seriously. It's one of those occasions. David, what do you think?
I think it's false.
You think it's false? Chris, you think it's false?
I do.
I've got a weird, sneaking suspicion. It's true.
OK, well, I can tell you the answer is false. Only 13% of women say cooking is what they look for in a man. When my girlfriend and me are in the kitchen, things get pretty steamy. We haven't got an extractor fan. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean's team and 4 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here was your first one. Britain's most ridiculous law.
Is it Jude Law?
It's not Jude Law, it's not Sod's Law, it's not Murphy's Law.
Is it Sod's Law?
No! I love that.
Murphy's Law.
There's one for pregnant women, isn't there? That they're allowed to ask a policeman, if they're in a public place, that they can urinate in his helmet.
Does he have to say yes, or can he do...
He has to say yes.
You're allowed to pee in his helmet.
He doesn't have to put it back on afterwards.
He does have to put it back on slowly, going, harumph.
I think that it is a law, I hope someone else has heard of this, that you can kill a Scotsman in Nottingham if he has a bow and arrow.
Sorry, when you said I hope someone else has heard of this, have you killed a Scotsman in Nottingham? It's a place where you can't die.
A place where you can't die?
Yeah. There is a place in England where it's illegal.
I know this. It's, you're not allowed to die in the... Is it the Parliament? Houses of Parliament?
That is the correct answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the truth is. Britain's most ridiculous law is it's illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. Another strange law is pregnant women can urinate anywhere they want. Great news, I think my nana's pregnant. All right, world's most disappointing tourist attraction.
There's one just outside Middlesbrough, and it's a butterfly world. And the thing is, it's like a humidified environment. So I walk in, and my glasses just steamed up.
Yeah, that's what happens with butterfly.
It's completely steamed up,
yeah.
and I freaked out. I went, ah, ah, ah. And I killed about 12 very rare species.
Auschwitz. The rides are shit. I'm Jewish, it's all right. I think that means I can say it. I think so.
Is it Blackpool? And my dad used to drive us. He's got narcolepsy, my dad. He'd get in the car, he'd drive, right?
Yeah.
He'd get in the car and he'd go, right, lads, if you hear this noise, wake me up. And you'd be driving to Blackpool, you're like, Dad, I'm all right, I'm only winding you up, I'm on up. You get there, you're like, I don't want to go on any rides, just shitting yourself. It's horrible.
He's gorgeous. Hasn't put me off him at all. The fact that he falls asleep, in fact, it's made it more attractive. I can't wait to get my hands on your sleepy dad.
OK, world's most disappointing tourist attraction.
Is it the Eiffel Tower?
You're absolutely right. Yes, the most disappointing tourist attraction in the world is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is the most pointless erection since I went on a date with Martina Navratilova. That sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, David and Chris have 4 points, but the winners are Jason, June and Michael with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night. We're back in 6 weeks with a new series.